Just cut me off. Let's see if this AI camera lasts a little bit longer than that one. And I clearly heard the man say, the drums are playing by themselves, man. And I know I got at least 30 minutes of recording time on here. There's no way in the world this camera should have cut off on me. And see, got devils playing with me. The drums are playing by themselves, man. The drums are playing by themselves. First off, who is Stevie asking these questions to? Do I do what you do when I do? I love to do. He loves to follow whoever this is and do whatever he tells him to do. He loves to do. So, could it be the demon that's behind his fortune and fame, making a debut in this song, making his presence known? Because he just keeps on playing those drums. How come? 4. How come I was listening to a neighbor playing the song Stand Up In It, and I heard a demonic voice say, keep separating them? What? After I finished freaking, I wondered, separating them from what? For the great divide, you know, when people are, one group of persons is going to be on one side of the paradigm and another group of persons on the other side. Satan's people on one side of the paradigm, God's people on the other side of the paradigm. Is that the separate that he's talking about, or the great divide, or is he talking about separating them from the love of the Lord? Which in all actuality is all the same thing, because if you separate somebody from the love of the Lord, then they're going to go over to the satanic side of the paradigm, because you have to stay strong to keep loving the Lord. So it's funny because the neighbor that was playing the song, he instantly turned the music off. I mean, he just stopped listening to music for the rest of the day. It must have freaked him out too. He must have heard it too. He had to have heard it, because he didn't play music no more that day. And the voice seemed to have come through a musical instrument like what Zapp and Roger used, you know. It was that like some kind of thing that Zapp had in front of his mouth. You know, you heard it real good and heard it through the grapevine and things like that. And I believe his son uses that same musical instrument now in his music. His name was Roger. I forget what his son's name is. But his son does gospel music, and that same instrument is used. He uses it. Yeah, but keep separating them. I know these things are possible because I heard my name in a trump. But at the same time, I heard Ilana. You know, so I know that instruments talk to you, okay? So, also I want to talk about Google just real quick. So, how come Google tells you the sun only rises in the east twice a year, but the Bible says it rises in the east every day? So watch Google, watch the gangers, watch them. They lie a lot. And the first time I discovered that Google was lying to me, I was reading Isaiah, and I was reading about the cockatrice. And the cockatrice was The cockatrice was Satan's son. And Isaiah was warning for the people not to get too excited about Satan being locked up or imprisoned, because soon, because he had a son, he had a lineage that he made during the time between Adam and Eve, when they got kicked out of the garden, up until the days of Noah, when Satan was defiling all flesh. And he must have had sex with a chicken. He possessed a man's body. He had sex with a chicken, and he produced a cockatrice, a half man, half chicken type being. And when you see the cockatrice, please don't ask me when I saw the cockatrice, okay? The Lord, when he starts teaching you, you really learn. And you can't tell if those are scales or if those are feathers.